Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be teaching indices. Okay, so indices is a basic concept in math, right? So if you master indices, you can solve a number of concepts in math, right? So maybe you've always seen questions like this. Let's say 5 raised to the power of s squared y minus 3 z minus 4, all divided by 125. Let's say 125x y minus 2z. Okay, and you've always ran away from questions like that. So this is really easy if you're able to understand the rules of indices, and we even have more complex indices like this, but then we can ignore this for now. Let's focus on the rules. If you're able to understand the rules of indices, then you can solve more complex indices problem. Okay, so in this video I'll focus on teaching the rules of indices. Then in the next video we'll begin to apply them. So stay tuned on my channel, and please do like and subscribe to my videos, to my channel. Sorry. Okay, so the first rule, just make sure you follow bit by bit. Okay, the first rule has to do with addition. When you have a raised to the power of x multiplying a raised to the power of y. So what do you observe here? You observe that you have the same number here. So this is what you do when you have questions like, let's say 5a, I'll use same variable, 5a multiplied by 5a4 multiplied by 7a. All right, so what do you do in a case like this? So this law would teach us what to do here. Now in this case, I will pick the base, one of the bases, they are the same, and simply add up the power. That's all. So let me see that, let me apply that here. I can operate the constants together, of course. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, then apply this law, pick one of the base, a, then add up the power. Now you may think that a has no power. A does. When no power is written on top, right, it's just 1. Okay, so 4 plus 1 is 5. So this is 35a raised to the power of 5. Okay, so the next law, some call it subtraction law, some call it division law of indices, whichever way. So when you have a raised to the power of x divided by a raised to the power of y, or it can even be written as a raised to the power of x over a raised to the power of y. That's the same thing, but so we pick one of the base, which is a, and simply subtract the power. All right, so moving on to the next law. Now the next law is what I call the zero index, right? So a raised to the power of 0 is 1. So when you raise anything to the power of 0, you're having 1. So what do you do here? 2x raised to the power of 0. 2x raised to the power of 0. Now I also have 2x all raised to the power of 0. So in this case, these are different scenarios. So in this case, x alone is raised to 0, so that will be 1. So anything raised to 0 is 1. So x raised to 0 is 1. So my result here should be 2. But here, everything is raised to the power of 0 to 0, right? So that's 2 raised to 0 is 1. X raised to 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay? So the law of zero index is whatever you raise to the power of 0 gives you 1. Then again, now when I have a raised to the power of 1 over 2, this is another way of writing the square root of a. So the next time you see questions like this, 4 raised to the power of 1 over 2, you simply know you are asked to find the square root of 4, which is 2, right? Or you see 9 raised to the power of 1 over 2, you know you are asked to find the square root of 9, which is 3. Okay? And in the same vein, a raised to the power of 1 over 3 would mean the cube root of a. So the next time you see questions like 8 raised to the power of 1 over 3, you're looking for the cube root of 8. The cube root of 8 would mean that, what's that number that when I multiply by itself 3 times, I'm going to get 8. Of course, the number is 2 because 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So the cube root of 8 is simply 2. All right. So let's go on with further laws of indices. All right. So let's say the fifth law. Now let's say I have a raised to the power of x over y. Now over here we have a raised to the power of 1 over 2, right? Now let's have I have a raised to the power of x over y. That would mean just push y back as a root. So that's y root a, then all raised to the power of x. In all cases it works, right? So let's say we have something like 8 raised to the power of 2 over 3. So what do you do in this case? Take 3 behind as the third root, cube root of 8, then square. So the cube root of 8 is 2, like I said here. Then you square it. 2 square is 4. Okay? So that's about that law, right? So we also have something like this. Let's say we have a over b raised to the power of minus x over y. So here we have a negative index. Negative index means, or negative fractional index actually. So the index, the power is the negative value. So in this case, what you simply do, you can eliminate the negative, but then you have to take b up and a down. Okay, so that would give us b over a raised to the power of x over y. And if you link this up to what I said here, you can further express that as y root b over a raised to the power of x. Okay, in the next video, I will solve questions that has to do with it. But let's just work on something. Now, let's say we have questions like a question like this: 1,000 divided by 27, all raised to the power of 2 over 3 minus 2 over 3. Okay, so what do I do first in this case? I would simply take 27 up and 1,000 down, then remove the negative. So I have 27 divided by 1,000, okay, raised to the power of 2 over 3. So applying this logic here, I know this would mean that the third root of 27 over 1,000, right? Then I square the result. The third root of 27 is 3 because if I multiply 3 by itself 3 times, I would have 27. So that's 3 over the third root of 1,000 is 10 because 10 times 10 is 100 times 10 is 1,010. Then square the result. 3 square is 9. Then 10 square is 100. So this is 9 over 100. Okay. Then we have this law where I have to now look at a raised to the power of x, then there's another power outside. A raised to the power of x, then all raised to the power of y. So what do I do in this case? In this case, the powers can multiply themselves, right? So this will give me a raised to the power of x times y, which is xy. So this has to do with questions like, let's say 7 raised to the power of 2, then all raised to the power of 3. So this will now give me 2 plus 3, like we did here. Okay, this is product of power. So this will give me 7 raised to 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so that will be it. All right, so this will be all for this video. Now, if you can master these laws, you must have solved about 70% of problem that has to do with indices. So in the next video, I will apply this law to solve more complex problem. I hope I see you in the next video. Please do like this video, share this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.